Tutorials.
Innit?
Oh, that's pretty good.
Not bad, not bad. Alright, well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our 7th, probably, tutorial of the Python tutorial series.
It's Python,
in
not
which
Cobra.
we are teaching you about Python, as the name pretty obviously states. And today, specifically within the Python genre, we're going to be teaching you about while loops. Should be plenty interesting. I hope you all enjoy. I don't hope you all enjoy. I don't need hope to make these videos fantastic. That would be the case anyway.
And
in case some of you don't recognise the reference at the beginning, state your name because Professors X and Y in it.
Stormzy.
And what we're doing today, tutorials in it. That is in fact Stormzy. Good lad. Shout out to Stormzy.
And Muhammad Ahmed.
Yep.
Who's a great Stormzy fan.
Yeah, he is. He knows all of the words to shut up.
Alright, let's begin.
We commend him on that.
While loops. So first we're going to need a count. As you've seen before, you know this process. If you haven't seen this before, then you should, because these are bloody great videos. Alright, so we're going to have an int going. Int. Int is obviously, count can't be a decimal, you can't have 0.2 rounds if you like. Alright, then we're going to need another variable, and that is, oh, I haven't gone through this go out. So basically, right, we did another one that was supposed to be this one, but it kind of got screwed up because of this guy called Sunjun.
Which is why you may have noticed in the original code, had we have typed in Songjun instead of Professors X and Y, it would have said get out.
So yeah, basically I explained everything in the last video, so it's kind of weird. Alright, so as I said before I start the code, I'll give you a real world example, because that's all you guys care about these days.
Yes.
So, at a school, students take a test. They most likely fail, if it's a public school, obviously. And the school needs to keep a record of those failures. So what it does is it inputs the scores, right, so that they can be scored. Now, while loops are useful because you can input the amount of students there are, and then it will ask you their scores until all the students have run out, effectively. So there's your real world example. Now go change the world. It's not useful.
Hold on.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
In the words of Midhan,
Do what you want.
oh, I forgot what he said. He's not as good as us. Anyway. Right, so score equals float. Now you all know that a float is a decimal, do you not? And that means
That when defining it, you should put 0.0 for starters.
good habits. Just watching Professor Y was a bit slow the other day.
Yeah, I was actually. You could also say I was a bit speed. Except you couldn't, because as we established,
Right,
speed is generally used
Let's go.
to suggest that they are fast. Not that they simply have a speed.
So let's have count. Yeah, right, so let's say first of all print how many of your students have taken the test.
You don't type it in an accent, by the way. That's not a possibility. Just type it with regular words. I was thinking, man. You know, like those movies, right?
Yeah.
Where they make like a computer have a brain. Why was like in the Vision, man? The Vision in the Marvel's The Avenger. Like, why did he have an American accent? He should have come out.
It was British.
Either way, man. Like, why didn't he come out with like thick Indian accent?
That's a very good
I feel like the internet wouldn't necessarily have a British culture.
plot hole, Marvel.
Yeah,
Fix it.
fix it for us.
Oh no, because it was explained. He was learning from start with. But it was British, so there's
Yeah, man.
another
I
plot hole.
mean, you know, the internet isn't British. Surely, if that was the case, then he would be American. So my original misthought would have been better and more correct. Yeah.
Shame on you, Marvel.
Fix yourselves, Marvel, for the next movie.
What are you about to say? Marvel.
I don't know. Also, whilst we're here, didn't like the new Spider-Man. I thought Andrew Garfield was better.
I agree. Let's see how many haters
Yeah.
disagree with us. None.
Come at us, 9 gag.
Yeah, come on.
It's cool. Most of
Thank
you are like unfit bearded guys that live behind computers.
Like Mo,
Go ahead.
you know who we're talking to,
Yeah,
man.
we do.
We know. Yeah. Alright, so print.
On with the video. After annoying a lot of people, let's go ahead and continue with
Alright, so as you
some
know, before,
politically correct Python.
it's
The racism towards Indians.
how many have you got?
Let's spice it up like your curry, man.
I should probably make this a string so that they can say all of them. Score. No man, sorry. Count. Equals int brackets input, and that basically tells the computer that the input was integer. So then you get the while loop out, and that's what you're learning about today.
Yeah, this
So
is
while, open
Pay
brackets,
attention
some
here,
good habits.
boys and girls. Everyone can code. It's not gender
We ain't
specific.
sexist. Well, we can be sometimes.
Yeah. We disagree with feminism
We
since
disagree
we're
with PC.
on the point of insulting various groups around here.
So we might as well.
We think
Yeah.
feminism is a wasted cause.
Um,
Like not
we
fully,
also
of course.
agree-
If you're talking about the fact that females can't go to school and whatnot in some areas of worse parts of the world, that's fully justified. But when it's the kind of things like I don't like the fact that I'm staying at home cooking the cakes while my husband's off working, I feel like you should just kind of keep that
yeah,
kind of
and
thing
you
to
know what
yourself,
else, right? I have a feeling that Mexican is an offensive term.
It does carry certain connotations.
Yeah, I mean, start calling them something else, like
Like British.
people Trump hate.
British. Trump loves them, man. Did you not see him in
Oh
Takeover?
yeah, of course. That's why
I
they're building
love
the bloody wall.
Hispanics. I love Hispanics. Oh, I love.
The wall is gonna be.
He said,
I hope Trump's watching this. 'Cause
Yeah, come on.
we don't like you, mate.
He said, and I quote, "I am the least racist man you will ever meet."
What a joker!
That's just in no way at all even vaguely correct.
While count is less than or smaller than, let's say.
Yeah, man, get this done in 2 minutes.
No,
right?
hang on.
We're on 8 minutes
Hang
already.
on. Alright, so we need something else now. We need amount of Asian students.
I can't even understand what we've filled 8 minutes with.
How we?
Yeah.
Alright.
8 minutes and 7
So
seconds.
while count is smaller or less than the amount, so that means while it isn't equal to.
If you wanted to, you could spell amount correctly.
Yeah, man. What if they don't want to? Yeah. Alright.
If you don't want to, that's
You do
also
this,
an
so
option.
it
As Professor
automatically
X
does
has
the
just
indentation
demonstrated.
when you put the colon in. So, you want to print into the score, don't you? Probably don't need to if they're Asian. Well, might be Sunji.
We already know it's 100%. Yeah, it could be Sunji.
So, score equals int input. That's spelled incorrectly.
That's spelled incorrectly, man. Use the syntax.
I agree. So, scores in. Then to validate that obviously it's all working, so you might do something like a total, average. No, it takes too much time.
Should we do an average or something?
Let's just do a max.
We've
a
got
max, a
45
max.
seconds. So
Right, so
I guess this is kind of what while loops are.
print.
Yeah, actually, man, let's go over the 10-minute mark, right? Because I had an idea last time when I was in the shower. I started thinking of a code that you could use.
So
Because
before Josh goes on
yeah.
on a tangent, maths.
Mhm.
We're going to deploy the use of the max and the minimum numbers. Now, this means that you can, at the end of your program, print the maximum score and the minimum score, which is relevant because the Asians probably don't do it
Yeah.
anyway.
We already know.
Um,
Minimum
so
is 97.
it's
That
quite
was
a neat trick. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna go ahead and put maximum up. That's what I like to do. It sounds cool. Sounds boring, but it sounds cool.
That's a pretty cool language to learn.
So that's going to be.
I'll showcase
float,
some
'cause
Latin for you.
It's the score as well.
El servo est in horta. The slave is in the garden.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I like it a lot because he's black. If Loads of people do this. We're gonna get so.
Yeah, we're gonna. We want to be explicit about the fact we're not genuinely racist.
Where's the microphone? Wait.
We recorded 2 videos without the microphone. Cheeky at 5 of yours. I'm gonna go get the microphone. Where's the box, man? What is this?
Oh, I'm sorry, lads.
Where? They can lip read, man. They can. Where are the microphones, man? They're not even in there.
You found it? We're the biggest retards ever.
We are so dumb. Actually ridiculous. Hello viewers! 12 minutes and 42 seconds into the video. Finally, you have some sound.
Our beautiful voices. Isn't it a relief?
It is, I'm sure, good to see him again. You know what, man, it's not even a bad thing that they didn't hear a lot of what we said.
Yes. Freaking
Although it is,
surgeon.
it is not going to make any sense when they see Asian as randomly change it to Asian students on the screen.
Yeah, so basically this whole time we've been making racist jokes.
Yeah,
And
a couple
Trump,
of them.
we don't like you, like we said earlier.
Yeah, feminism is a lost cause.
Yeah, and Mexican is an offensive term.
Yes.
Because
To sum up the video. Also, wild
carries
words are a
certain
thing in Python
connotations.
that are pretty useful. I think that about wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching.
yeah.
Don't forget to like,
so that's a while loop, everyone.
favorite, and of course, the most important, to subscribe.
Because you know what the boss might do, you know. Take that money. Done right. I don't know how to use this.
Hit pause done.